ignoring these 3 secrets that we're going to talk to you today about when you're creating your online course and even your business. If you have another business, this will save you so much time and money. And yes, we have our new mugs that are out. See the other side? So guys, as you come on, say hello so we can say hello back to you. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And do me a favor, like I'm about to do, just grab my phone here. If you go ahead and hit that share button, and let's get this shared out. I'm going to share this to my group, and I'm also going to share it to another page. So how are you guys doing today? We're excited to have you out. And we're going to talk about today, guys. Hey, Ken, we're going to talk about today how you can save yourself some time and money by not ignoring these secrets. So I'm going to get this posted. Okay, we're going to get it posted there, and let me share it to a couple more places. And do me a favor, guys, while I'm sharing this, if you can go ahead and hit that share button as well, I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to share this to my news feed, and let me make sure I put it in the group and not to another page. So let's go to the groups and let's go to the groups and find Bible Business Academy. All right, we got you all shared up. So hello. Welcome out, everybody. And as I said, I'm excited. We got our new mugs in. So that's the front of it. That's the back of it. So grab your favorite beverage. And also, if you have not done so, make sure you download your show notes. Get your show notes. And in your show notes and your replay, you're also going to find on the back of that you're going to get a coupon where you can get some percentage off. Let's see if we got that there. Yep, we can get that in there, where you can get some our free newsletter, $20, $30, and $50 off some of our courses. So make sure you go and take a look at that so that you can get that and save yourself some money so that you can learn and make some things happen. I am so excited about everything that's happening and how we are impacting people and the impact that is coming. So make sure you stay tuned to what's happening at Bible Business Academy. And if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Cathy McReynolds. And what we do at Bible Business Academy is we help you build a business with biblical principles. And the reason why we do that, guys, I've been in business for 25 years. And one of the things that I do know is that I would have never made it that long without God being on our side. And so because of that, I'm like, as I build this online business, and you can see here where we talk about like some of the things that the academy is going to have. As we do that and as we build that, I wanted to position it where we can help more people not only build the business that they love and desire to build, but also build eternal life for themselves. And I'm not a preacher, but I just believe that God is the way to make it happen. And I want to tell that story and help people to grow their business that way. And it's a great way to do it. So our scripture today talks about when Jesus was sharing a parable, and he was like, who of you would go build a tower and you don't sit down and count the cost, whether you have enough money to complete it or not? If you don't do that, then guess what? It may not grow to the way that you want it to grow. It's the same way with your business. If you don't sit down and literally count the cost of a business, count what you need, make sure you have everything that you need in order to grow that business, it may never happen. I've had businesses like that when I didn't follow these simple systems and principles. So we want to help you to not do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hop over to our presentation today, and we're going to go ahead and get this started. So welcome again. I'm glad that you guys are joining us live today. We're having our workshop every single Thursday. You can find us right here at 7:00 p.m. and that's Eastern time, where we're going to be talking to you about different principles of marketing and advertising, building the business. And with all of that, we're going to always relate it to the Bible and how you can grow your business. And so you definitely don't want to ignore these three secrets to creating an online course or to creating an online business, because if you do, it will cost you time and money. Luke 14:28 says, "For which of you desiring to build a tower does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it or not?" Make sure you join our mailing list so that you can get those show notes. If you're watching it during the replay, you can download the show notes and follow along with me, take notes. We want to help educate you on what to do, and so that you can get the knowledge you need to win and become successful. There are basically three business secrets that pretty much everyone who is successful knows about. And we're going to just talk to you about one of those today. And that one is how to create your course and how to utilize these principles with making sure that you are getting it done in a simple, strategic way and making that happen. So here's secret number one: how to create a high ticket course and find clients that will pay you $1,000 to $10,000 on average in just 8 weeks, even if you never sold a course before. So I always think about my very first course that I sold online about a year and a half, couple years ago, and I took a 30-day challenge class to get that done. I've been in business for 25 years. I knew absolutely nothing about the online space, how information marketing and all of that stuff worked, but I've been spending the last 3 years just really learning a lot, and is working. But I remember on day number 27 or 28, they're like, "Well, you guys should be making money now." And I'm like, "I'm not making any money. What do I need to do?" So for those next 2 days, I pulled what I call an all-nighter. The one night I slept, the day before the last day, I think I slept maybe 3-4 hours. And the day 30, I didn't go to sleep at all. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. I remember finishing everything, getting my funnel done, getting my plan done, and everything. And then I went upstairs, took a shower, came back down, and I had money on that very first one. It was a challenge. It wasn't a course. On that challenge, I think it was like $350 something, but it was so cool, guys, because normally whenever I made money in business, I had to go after the customer. Here, when you're doing informational service and knowledge, the customers come to you. And I wasn't even there. I wasn't even involved. And we got, I think it was like 26 customers or something like that the first time out. So it was amazing. And then I started, doing the online courses, and, people start paying like $2,000 to learn the knowledge and stuff that we were teaching them per person. And I'm like, man, this is amazing. This is awesome. We're giving value and also making money. So we want to help you to do that as well. So the very first thing you want to do is start with step one, is to choose a market. And when you're choosing a market, there are three markets. I don't care what you're doing. A lot of people say, well, it's not for my business. My business isn't like that. But I guarantee you this: there are certain principles in business, in marketing and advertising, that they just don't change. It's just like, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Those are the principles of the school system. Or marketing has the same thing. They call it wealth, health, and relationship. So if you want to know which market you want to be in, take a look at some of these. If maybe you want to be in the wealth market, that's financing, investing, real estate, online market, financial services, Bitcoin. A lot of people are doing that. So what you're basically doing is you're teaching people knowledge. When you're creating a course, that's about teaching people the knowledge that you have. And especially what we just went through, that's become so popular that so many people are looking to learn and to grow their skill set. People are working from home. I remember when things started switching around, it was no different to me, because I've been working home for almost 3 years at that particular point. The other market that you can get into is the health market. Maybe if you're in the health market, that's nutrition, strength training, diet, weight loss, supplements, yoga teacher. You could be teaching people about dieting plans, how to get healthy, anything like that that's involved around that. That's the market that you're in. And then the last one, guys, is relationship. That's love. You talking about love. You giving dating advice, marriage advice, travel, divorce, anything that brings people together, that's considered the relationship business. So, my question to you, and you can put that on your show notes, which market makes the most sense based on what you already know, the wealth, the health, or the relationship? Pick one and roll with that one in the beginning, and then you could always switch it after that, but you always want to start with one thing, learn the system, learn the strategies, learn the tactics, and then once you get those down, you can utilize that with anything else. And before I forget, I want to make sure that I tell you, if you want to know more about Bible Business Academy and download our free report, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/report, BibleBusinessAcademy.com/report, and you'll see that up, like, yeah, I think is in the left-hand corner over here somewhere. So let's get back to this. 3 questions that you want to ask yourself about your market when you want to create your value course. Will people be excited? Like, this is so key, that people have to be excited about what you're offering. You got to find an audience that's, as we say, that's already on fire. They're excited about it. People are having success with it. And all you're going to do is come in and do something a little different, a little better, to separate yourself from that. And we'll give you some examples of how that works. Will you and people be obsessed about it? Now, if it's something that you're going to do and you're going to start a business, you better be in love with what you do, because business is not for the faint at heart. It's not for that person who, someone tells them no or something doesn't go right, they quit. Because guess what? Business owners, entrepreneurs are problem solvers. So you are in the business of solving problems. This is why I love having the biblical aspect of this in our academy, because what better place to go and get peace from than from God? Let him take it all in for you. Jesus already bear the cross for us so that we don't have to go through things. So when you're building a business, trust and believe you need God by your side. The next thing you want to know, will people buy? Well, you're like, well, how am I to know if they're buying? Because the smart decision up front when you're starting the business and you're just getting started is to do something that's already working. And again, as I said, make it better. Do something that's already working. You don't want to go out and try to recreate something your very first time out. Does that work? Yes, it does, but it's kind of like that needle in a haystack. So when you're starting your business out, what you want to be saying to yourself is, I need to learn the system. I need to learn marketing. I need to learn advertising. I need to learn what I need to do, how to put together a funnel, how to make sure everything is working properly. The next step that you guys want to do is answer these 2 big questions. And they are big questions. And a lot of times these questions derail people from getting started. So I want to share them with you, and I want to help you to relax about it and know, okay, it's not as big of a deal as I thought. So your questions are, what type of course and how much will I charge? So you just start with, what do you already know? Now, I've been a financial advisor for about 25 years, and a lot of people try to get me to start a course and teaching financial advisors how to market and do things, like that. But I'm like, I've been doing that for 25 years. I want to do something different. And that aspect of being in love with it, well, the part that I loved about being a financial advisor and having an agency was that I got to recruit and train and develop people. So I took the part of my business of training and developing people, which is why I decided to do online courses in training and being a business advisor and helping people. So I took what I already knew, like we get I'm always putting together these your brochures, your show notes, your training, your fill in the blanks, and the stuff that help you learn fast. Why? Because I've been doing that for the last 25, 30 years. So it was natural. All I had to do was take some other skill sets and learn those and put those in there. So what is it that you know? What do you do well? What is it that people are always saying they come to you about anyway, and you're not getting paid for it? That probably could be the best business idea out there for you. Now, let's talk about charge. Let's talk about what should you charge for these online courses. Now, remember when I told you guys my very first course that I put out, it was actually a group challenge, and I did charge $47 for that particular group challenge. And then on the back end of that, you always offer the next thing up, the next thing up, the next thing up. So here's an example. You can take a screenshot of this. When you're in our training classes, we go over all of this with you on exactly what to charge. But let's just drop to the middle where it says $9.97. That's a value group course, 10 to 12 hours, a live Zoom, 5+ bonus modules, and it will probably last between 8 to 12 weeks. That, so that'll give you an idea. If you want something above $5,000 and you want to become a business advisor, as you go through this value ladder. So we're starting at the top, you working your way to the bottom, and it gets smaller. Or you can flip it around. As you develop your leads and your customers, then you'll have a group of people to work from, and people who already know your services. And your whole goal is to keep them buying from you by providing value, by getting them results, by doing what you say you're going to do. So here's what you can charge. So make sure you take a screenshot of that. Step 2 is presenting the course ideal first. Here's a big challenge that a lot of people will make. They'll go spend months and months and months putting together a course, a whole entire course. And some people spend years putting one together, and they never test it. So they do all of this work, but they never learned how to market and sell it. So let me be clear on this, guys. Winning in this business, winning, in the business land, especially the info marketing business, no matter what business you're in, truly, you are a marketer first. You are a marketer who does informational products. You are a marketer who sells online courses. If you get that in your head from day one, I wish someone would have said it over and over and over again to me, when I first got started, but that's why you stick with it. It's just like the word. You got to keep reading the word over and over and over again to finally understand and get. And, like God says, earnestly seek him. You have to earnestly seek your business in order to make it happen. It's not just a one-day thing. It's an everyday thing, except for that one day that you're going to take away. So make sure that you don't spend all the time putting together your course. You want to sell the ideal first. If you can't sell it, you can't tell it. You want to create a presentation on how you're going to help people. Now, that presentation could be something as simple as jumping on a live. It could be doing a little whiteboard presentation. We're talking like 15 to 20 minutes of where you're just out there telling people about how you can serve them, speaking to a broad audience until you start doing the marketing and advertising, setting them up in your group so that you can see what bites and if there's an interest in it before you put in all of these marketing dollars. And don't worry, we actually teach you how to do that. There's a 30-day game plan that you can go through to learn all of that. And then you just begin to sell something every single week, the same day. So you see that every Thursday I come on here. So the reason why I come on here to give you guys an example is because I want you to get in the habit to say, oh, Bible Business Academy, Cathy, their show is on every Thursday at 7 p.m., right? So we are turning this into a show-like. And the reason why we have the stuff in the background and all of that other stuff, and you want to do that for 1 year. So for 1 year straight, you'll see me on here or someone every single Thursday, or a replay if we can't, just like on TV, if we can't be here, so that you get used to the idea. It takes people between 12 to 14 times of seeing you. And sometimes people even say between 14 and 20 times of seeing you, hearing your message before they finally buy into it. So don't give up. You have to keep being persistent and keep pursuing. And you're going to be bad before you're good. It's just like, I think of my little nephew, my great nephew who's learning to walk, and the video that they sent, they put something in front of him, and he started walking, he fell down, and then they tried to get him to stand up and go again, and he was like, no, I'm not doing this. But then he got up, and now all he does is walk all the time. So imagine if they would have been like, you suck, you'll never walk, just stay on the ground. No, you don't ever do that to a kid. So don't do that to your dreams. You want to get up and keep going, keep shooting the shot. It's just like showing up, just like Michael Jordan, just like LeBron James, being at the court when no one else is there, working when no one else is watching you. And this is why you could take this and put the biblical principles in, because God sees what you're doing when nobody else is watching. And so you can't worry about what people think, as long as you know that put your prayer in and make sure that you're, God, this is something that you want, and you're doing it for his glory. And you just keep going, you keep practicing, and every day, 6 days a week, you show up to the game and you stay in it. I promise you, things will happen, and you'll get Oprah saying, yay, it worked. You get a course, you get a course, you get a course. I'm just kidding there. But it worked, right? Like, you got a car, you know what course you're selling. Once you follow this system, you'll know what you're going to be selling. You can give yourself a raise every single day. And most importantly, guys, you can create the lifestyle that you desire. You're going to decide up front, like, what type of lifestyle do you want your business to create from you? Do you want a lifestyle where you can have freedom and you're working half the time traveling around the world? Do you want to be in the office? You get to choose that. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. That's the beauty of working for yourself. And so maybe you have a mission or a goal, people you want to help, you want to serve. There's so many examples of entrepreneurs taking their resources, their income, the things that they've created, and utilizing that to give back to God's children. And so that's why there's so much in the Bible about being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, being the person out there. You're the one who can create change. You're the one that God can use to help the poor, help the elderly, to take care of your family. That's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, and you definitely want to get in on that. Step 3, guys, once you have your course, now we're about a year in, right? Once you have everything going right for yourself, then you can create what they call an evergreen value course. And what that is something that you don't even have to be around for. It is automated. It is sold on demand. How many times have you gone online yourself and bought a course, watched a trainee? That trainer was not there. They were probably somewhere around the world. Well, that's the beauty of this. You can set yourself up where you can sell your knowledge, you can automate it, and people can go on the video at their own time and at their own leisure. And people love that if they want freedom in their life. And that's what creating an online course can do for you. I'll give you some more characteristics of it. And before I do, if you want to know about our academy and our courses and our memberships, make sure you go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/ or / I forget which way those slashes go, report. But if you look up, and you'll see that little sticky note up there, that the website's right there, or you can look in the body of the text and just click on it right from there. But what you want to have is a purpose-driven, compelling vision and mission. It has to be so much more than about the money. It has to be about changing someone's life. Maybe you're that person who's helping people lose weight. And when they lose weight, they're able to spend more time with their kids, do exercises, go on hikes. They don't feel tired and all the time, and they're able to get up and go. They have a ton more energy, and then because of that they get to live longer, they're healthier, and they're not sick. And you, so when you think about that, and that's what your course does, that's how you begin to change lives. That's how you make a difference. You can also pursue through any obstacles. Maybe you were this person who you lost everything. 2008, when the economy went down, I lost everything. I lost my Mercedes, my home, everything. And a year and a half. And so I went to work for someone for about a year, and I was like, I can't do this. And then I left there and I started. Why? Because that's what you do. That's the characteristics of someone that's strong. God did not give you a spirit of being timid or being weak. He gave you a spirit of strength, of being strong so that you can persevere. And it's not about you, it's because you rely on Him. And that's why you cannot separate God from business. It's all interrelated in everything that you do and from your life. You also want to put people first by providing a culture and a belief to serve first. It's all about serving. Everything is about serving. If you serve enough people and you help enough people get what they want, guess what, guys? You're going to get what you want, but you got to help enough people. And then that growth just keeps happening. You get perpetual growth on top of it, referring you to other people, telling you about other people. You just can't give up. And don't mistake your first chapter for someone else's 10th chapter. Everybody got a race to run. God already knows what plans He have for you. You just got to make sure that you're going to stay in the game long enough and have enough faith to go get what He has for you. And then you can position yourself as an authority and expert in the marketplace by doing lives, writing books, sending out newsletters, being interviewed, or interviewing other people. There's so many different ways that you can do that. And what we do is give you a clear strategy on how to make that happen. And here's more reasons why you want to grow that group in that evergreen course. When you want to grow your business as an expert, you can only take on so many clients. So when you have a lot of individual clients, guys, it takes up your time. Your entire calendar can be filled with appointments, doing one-on-one appointments. And in the beginning, if you do that, you're only charging like $2,000 to $4,000. If you wait to the end and you do that at the end where you're seeing individual people, you at that point can charge 24, 50. Some people charge 100 grand, $1 million just to spend time with people to shortcut their learning curve. So you want to make sure that you're doing things right. You can only do so much one-on-one coaching. You can only do so many lives like I'm doing without your voice given away. Your limit to your energy and effort. So if you can automate everything and get it automated as quick as possible, you want to make that happen, because then, guys, you'll be able to impact people 24/7. You'll make money while you're asleep. When people talk about getting residual income, making money around the clock, this is one of the best ways to do it. You know, I believe in a lot of different type of businesses, but I can tell you this, you get to keep 98 to 100% of your profits, because only thing that you're taking when you're looking at is you're paying your people out if you have a team, or you can do it all solo by yourself, but you're not splitting it with a company. They're not taking a percent. They don't get to change and say, hey, you know, we're cutting commissions or doing something. This is your business. You get to call the shots. And because you get to call the shots and you build it, you you get to keep the wealth. So it isn't that like it's an amazing business model. And that's what you want to look at, different business models. Step number 4, guys, you got to get more customers. Get more customers. That's always the key. You got to find people who are already looking for you, get them to spend more money, and get them to buy often. And why do they buy often? Because you made them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So that is always the first place to start. Show people that you care. Reach out to people, talk to people. Don't let it just be about a business transaction. And trust me, I've been on both sides where it was just like business, 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 nothing personal. Sometimes take the time to say, hey, how you doing? How's your family doing? Know about their family. Know, if they have children, what's happening in their life. See, these are the people in the beginning who will help you expand your business. They'll give you testimonies. And so part of what we teach you in that class is how to take those testimonies and stack them on top of each other, and keep, like we say, a file cabinet of those, so that they begin to do the talking for you and you don't have to do that talking. Always keep your customers first. Serve, serve, serve. Serve them because God said serve them, right? That is what he said. Love thy neighbor like you love thyself, and love him. So part of that is helping people like you want to be helped. That's the key right there. And when you're here's another way that you can get your message out there. You can do live video marketing. That's what I'm doing right here today. Video marketing every single Thursday. I'm getting that message out. You can also use a referral system, a third party system. There's like a good 16 to 20, 47 strategies, like really, that we teach on how to market. But you can start out with like 7 to 10. You never want to have just one working for you. You always want to have a lot working for you. And here's why video marketing is one of those. That's a good strategy. Number one, 50% of marketing professionals worldwide, they name video content as the best rate of return on their investments. The rate of return on their investments. Why? Because you can come here, I can shoot this video. Once I shoot this video inside of Facebook, it'll show me how many people are viewing the video. Then I can put some tags on it, so that I can put my ads in front of anybody who watched my video. You can do the same thing on Google. So that's why you want to do this. This is why 64% of consumers say that they buy something after they watch a video. So if 64% are going to buy something after they watch a video, you need to have a video out there. 87% of online marketers use video content. And you can make yours a little different. You can do something special, unique. You just want to figure out a way to stand out, or to bring the heat, bring the value. And you're going to get live videos on Facebook have a 10 times higher reach than they do on YouTube, but you want to have it everywhere. Like, I think this is so cool. And every time I see this TV, it reminds me of back in the day when TV, we only had 3 channels and TV went off at 9 o'clock. Does anybody remember that? And in 30 days, every 30 days, you get more people uploading videos, watching videos than 30 years of TV by itself. So would you say that TV is a very important, that video is a very important strategy that you want to have in your marketing game plan? You definitely want to have that. So just pick one. Like if you're doing video, maybe you like to interview people, or you do a Q&A. I always think of Ray Higdon. He was actually the very first person that I bought something online from. But every Friday, he did network marketing, and every Friday at 10 a.m., he had a Q&A session. And at that Q&A session, he would answer questions. And the reason why he did that is because it made him the authority in that area, because so many people kept watching it and he kept bringing value. You just can't have a show and you bring no value, but he brought tons of value. And now he went from being foreclosed on, losing everything to multi-million dollar and the number one person in that niche now, and had never made a lot of money in the network marketing industry. So don't think you have to be the best in your field in order to become the best. All you have to do is be a brilliant marketer. That's everything is about being a brilliant marketer. Maybe you want to do videos on special announcement and product launch to say, hey, I'm rolling out something, hey, here's something, wherever your personality fit. Interviews you can do, find a bunch of people that are in your niche, and you can reach out to them and say, hey, I got an audience, can I interview you? And then it goes to their audience and your audience. You can do bloggers and podcasts, live events, backstage, behind the scenes. You can get creative. You guys see all these videos out there, and don't think your video has to go viral. Don't think because a lot of people aren't watching it now that they don't watch it. As long as it's out there and they're searching, you can put your information in front of them. Step number 5 is to get traffic. And traffic, whether it's warm, hot, or cold, you want all the traffic that you can get. But most importantly, guys, you want to own that. And all that means is you're building your email list. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth, right? And he looked back and said it was good. What you want to do in the beginning of your business is you want to collect email addresses, phone numbers, names, data about your clients, and you want to own that. Because just like our last president got shut down on social media, so can you. So you want to make sure that you own your contact list. Build a contact list. That is the number one thing that you want to do, is build your list and then find out what they want, and then you sell it to them, and then you keep selling them what they want, and you keep getting results. So build your email list, build your followers. It's not about Facebook followers, it's not about Instagram followers, it's not there's so many quote unquote I don't know what they call influencers out there with thousands and thousands and millions of followers, but they don't make any money. Why don't they make any money? Because they don't know how to market. And a lot of people, they buy those followers, and they connect with other accounts. That's an inside thing that we help you with to show you how to do it the right way. So make sure you go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/report so you can download the report and learn more about what we're talking about, and then get registered for one of our classes. When I was talking about, once you have your video done, I call it like a GPS. It's a pixel. We put that on the actual video, and there's data. Well, like, you operate a business off of data, not emotions. Like, oh, how was your video? Was it great? Did you have a lot of visitors that day? No, most people don't watch your video that day. And if it's on your homepage, the people that are on your homepage are usually family, friends, or coworkers who are not interested in what you're doing anyway. The reason why you run it on your business page is where I put it at on the business and then share it, is because Facebook then can get the data. They can get the data, and then you run an ad to it and people start watching it. Like, I literally get 410 leads every single day from my ads that I'm running. So they don't come from your page, they come from when you start running the ads. Now, you may get some, you may know a lot of people, you may get a ton of likes, but likes don't pay bills, right? So you want to make sure that you get dinero, cash. That's what it's about, because you gave a ton of value. And inside of Facebook and their tools and their insights and the numbers, you'll know exactly how to make that happen. I mean, like, you can look at the relationship status, education. So the whole key is know exactly who your audience is. Who is Karen? Like, you want to know everything about Karen. If she is your target person, you want to be able to talk to Karen, where Karen will be like, oh man, they are speaking directly to me. And even though I call it the name Karen, Karen can be lots of different people, lots of different backgrounds, but they all have the same core value. And that's what it's about, finding people with that same core value and then getting your message out to them in the right media, in the right market, and then they will buy from you. You don't have to chase anyone, they will come to you. And that's what statistics and strategies are all about. You also want to get traffic and to get your assets out there. And your number one asset that you're going to have out there is your customer list, your prospecting list, people who have shared an interest in you. So another way to make that happen is just whoever's already successful in that market, you put your ad right in front of them. And then because your ad is in front of them, 1% will just fall off automatically. It's no different than you. Maybe you always buy Nike shoes, but somebody else came out with another pair of shoes and you're like, oh, I like that. Well, how did you even know about them? Because you saw an ad, because you saw something. And that's what marketing is, putting you in front of your market that's already out there, so that when you give them a compelling message that will change their life and that they have no other option, that you're the only one that they feel that they can get it from, then they will buy from you guys. It's just a matter of making it happen. Similar Web, you can go on there right now. This is another way that you can find out where your traffic is. Where is it already at? You don't have to. See, here's the key with marketing and advertising. There's no guessing game. You don't have to guess about business. All you have to do is test. You don't guess, you test. So you go to where the traffic is, you go to the sources that tell you where the traffic is and where things are. So Similar Web is one of those. It'll tell you, you put in your competitor's website, it'll tell you whether people are typing in their name. Like I always give you, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/report, BibleBusinessAcademy.com/report. So when this gets enough hits on it, you can go right in Similar Web and it'll tell you, where is it coming from? Are people typing it in? Are they clicking on links from the email? So maybe I'm doing email marketing, or when I post, I'm putting the link in there, so they're clicking on that. Maybe they're searching, they're going out and they're searching how to build a business with biblical principles, how to Bible and business. Maybe they're searching those terms, or maybe you're in yoga and they're searching, yoga or how to get healthy, whatever it is that they're searching. When you're on Google search, that'll show you that, so you can see where it's coming from. Maybe it's direct mail, like you get your mail. I get mail, and a lot of times we stand over the trash can and you throw away what you don't need. But now I look at the mail totally different because it's marketing. I'm like, okay, so maybe I can take that. Like we have a membership program that we put together, and I took this. If you guys can see this, I took an AT&T, their annual contract, and this same method of how they did that, I took that and I utilized that to help create my membership program. So you got to look outside of your market for different things to get traffic and be able to bring that in. So I'm just going to recap, guys, and I know sometimes I'll talk a mile a minute. The 3 simple steps, you just got to present, make sure that there's a need, make sure people will buy it. If you can't sell it, you can't tell it. So you're actually going to sell it before you even have it built. That is no different than when people put you on the waiting list. When we go to get these phones, and guess what? When new ones come out, there's a waiting list, there are lines, they're selling it before they even produce it. So you want to do the exact same thing. Then you want to get your customers, find out what they want, bring them tons of value, take care of their pain, help them change their life, give them what, like, that song, you got to give the people what they want. Give them what they want, not what you think they need. They will tell you exactly what they want. And then after you do that, you go get the traffic. You go get all the traffic, all the leads coming to you by using strategic marketing and advertising strategies, so that you can then use that to market to the people and sell them the products and services that you have. So Is the course industry for you? I don't know. You got to make that decision. You got to decide on that. But if you have questions and you want to talk to me directly, you can book a strategy call by going to BibleBusinessAcademy.com. You're going to see there where it says book a strategy call. Just click on the button, book a strategy call, pick a day, hop on a call, and then we can get on a Zoom demo or a phone call, and we can see if it's a good fit for you or not. Now, if you're working with us, everything we do with biblical principles. And so we're going to talk about the God. We're going to talk about your life. We're going to talk about getting it right, and how you can grow in strength and make that happen. Because that is the most important thing that we do, is that we help you see how amazing and wonderful God is. And then second, on the side, we help you build a business. So if you want to know more about that, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, BibleBusinessAcademy.com, and you can get that done for you. So I appreciate you guys. If I'm going to switch back over here, you guys can see me, but I can't see you. If you have any questions, or you want to know something, you can go ahead. I don't see any comments out there. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you go get your show notes. Go get your show notes, guys. And also, you'll get this in the back of it so you can get some discounts, because we always want to help you to save money. And then I got a surprise for you, and it might be one of these and some other stuff. So make sure you go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com. Let us help you create your business. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And we shall talk to you next Thursday, same time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let us know in the comments what you want to know more of, or shoot me a message, and we'll be sure to help you. Have a great day, guys, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. I'm supposed to stop streaming. All right.